Mike, can you tell us about the opportunities for cropping farmers instead of being price takers to be turning themselves into price makers, the value add chain, what they can do to start that process?
Yeah, I think Tasmania's got a great opportunity there. Traditionally we've been commodity producers on a broader scale, and I believe we've done that very well. But there are changing times in the world at the present time, and I think Tasmania now has to get cleverer, and part of that process we'll use our skills that we've got to grow our crops, but then we've got to get closer to the market, and part of that is value adding the product ourselves and supplying a very high quality product. So sell it on its brand and its name, and I think Tasmania's got a great opportunity to do that. Yeah, I think what we've got to do is pull grower groups together to take on these challenges. I think most of these are too big for any individual group, but I think the way forward is getting clusters of farmers supplying into a packing base or marketing base where the farmer stays farming, but they employ the expertise to actually run a distribution point. The farmer is then guaranteed a market, and whoever you do your deal with, not against forming joint ventures with overseas markets where they come in and partly take ownership, maybe the packaging side, that actually so they pull the product through. Now, we can do that within Australia and overseas and locally. So I think we'll see some great changes in the next 5 to 10 years, and we'll look back in 10 years' time and think, how in the hell did we get to here? And Tasmania, I see, because of its environment, its skills and its geographical position, I see there's going to be a lot of very high-class product coming out of Tasmania and branded as Tasmanian product.
Collaboration and networking the way of the future?
Definitely. I don't think there is a future without collaboration and networking. And I think already we have some very good companies who have a very good grower contract base. I think that can be expanded on, and I think the world is our market, and we can produce a lot of product off-season to supply other areas of the world where the market is basically, in our eyes, unlimited. So we need to travel, I believe, more, getting business type industry marketing trips where we actually go and see what the market requires, bring those people back, show them Tasmania, and once we do that, then form into a business arrangement on an ongoing basis, long-term basis, so we can all have confidence in our industry going forward, invest in it, and I believe that could happen.
During your work with the McCain's Community Task Force, you went to, with a group of 3 others, to the PMA Forum in Orlando, Florida, and from that you came back and wrote a report for the government. And is that the type of thing you see, and where do you see those opportunities found on that trip currently?
Yes, I think it was a fantastic initiative to have, there were several different government sectors represented on that trip, plus myself, which I thought was a very good balance. We came back with basically 10 really good ideas to progress, and for me it's quite frustrating that that hasn't been forwarded. Basically all we needed was a continual communication with some of those opportunities, and sadly that did not happen to a very large degree. But there again, we've got to get more producers, more of our current packers overseas to look at the opportunities, and a lot of that is in value adding, making specialty products. Now my belief is in fruit and vegetables. Convenience is going to be the answer. It's got to be in pre-prepared packs where probably you get 7 or 8 different products in a package. You buy that, you put in your fridge, you take out whatever you want whenever you want to eat a certain amount, whether it's in stir fry or fresh or whatever. In that way there's no preparation, there's no waste, and we have a real issue with a lot of waste product at the present time. If we're sort of valuating, we can actually use a lot of our not quite right product to utilise that. That's the way the world's going, and really Tasmania should be really pushing that, because it will happen, but it'd be really good if we could make it happen sooner.
We need to be the innovative state and be at the forefront rather than the follower.
Our opportunity is to do that, and do it now while we've still got some growers and some expertise left. At the moment the whole industry is hurting very badly. We're losing infrastructure very fast, and if it goes for even another 6 to 12 months without much light at the end of the tunnel, a lot of people are going to pull out of the industry and just go back to growing a bit of grass, and basically won't contribute to society at all. They'll just sit there and try and exist, see out their time on the farm, and that's no good for a community.
So we need collaboration, networking, value add, niche products, looking for innovation in new areas of the supply chain.
Yep.
But at the end of it all has to come back to giving a more of a sustainable return to the farmer.
Exactly, and but there again, the sustainable return to the farmer is also a sustainable return to the community. And everybody's in quite a tight situation in the community, and I believe a lot of that has resulted because the farmer's not doing so well at the moment. He's not spending any money in the community, so the community's actually running out of money. You have to have small business. Like I say, the farmers are small business people, and unless you have a very vibrant small business situation in anywhere, your whole country is going to suffer because of it.
Agriculture is a vibrant part of our economy, and for Tasmania to be successful, we need a successful agricultural business, sustainable.
Very much a sustainable one, and as a farmer, we are being pushed down to very bare margins, and I believe at this stage we're mining our soil, and this is not very good for a sustainable future for agriculture. We're being forced into cropping our ground far too much. We can't afford to be putting cover crops when we should be putting them in. We're taking shortcuts everywhere we can to survive. That's not sustainable. So we really need to wake up. If Australia wants a vibrant community, they really need to start looking after their agricultural sectors.
Marginal farming is not the way of the future. It needs to be a sustainable, profitable way forward for the farmer to be able to spend and grow his business.
Exactly, and if we have successful farmers, that will give an out to a lot of people who are through the twilight of their career in farming. So if we have successful farmers, we'll see farmers buying next door neighbours out again, instead of corporates coming in and buying up great swathes of land, which may be producing a product that maybe will never get to an Australian consumer and probably be shipped straight out of Australia. There will be very little benefit come back to Australia in that situation. It's better if we have homegrown people farming, or in a joint venture operation where we can share.
49% to the investor, 51% to the farmer.
Exactly.